say I can't win flips?
How sick are you in the head?
I've been nuts, I'm not thinking about it, don't worry.
You brought the monkey out in me because you're such a monkey.
You're so hopeless, it's amazing.
The problem is I might be playing dirty. Boom!
Makes me so mad.
You play that garbage?
Oh, my mind's just absolutely blown.
Just nice, Michael.
This is Montreal, Canada, and we are here for Season 7 of the Party Poker Premier League. The Playground Poker Club is our host, and taking their seats at this special event are 12 of the game's toughest pros competing for points in one of the most prestigious events in the game. Heat 2 is entering its final stages, so here's Jessie May to remind you of the action so far.
Dan Shack was the last to arrive at the Playground Poker Club as the players gathered for Heat 2. But unfortunately for him, he was the first to leave this all-star table of 8. His aces cracked by Jungle's 2 pair.
All in.
C3 raise all in.
I have king 9.
No help on the Turner River.
I didn't want to bust you, Dan. I wanted to bust Seiver.
The high roller specialist is out in 8th with the bagel. Vanessa Selpst was next. Scott Seiver didn't buy her bluff as she dumped a load of chips to her friend and rival. That left the short stack with little options.
Good game, everybody.
Eventually losing an all-in to Brian Rast.
Good game.
Jonathan Duhamel has been on a roller coaster, firstly losing this flip to Jungleman.
Playing that chip left.
With an ace, he was all in on the next hand. Seiver and Jungle went along, and Seiver inexplicably bet, forcing Jungle to fold. A 4 on the river would have given Jungleman 2 pair, and it should have been good night Montreal for Duhamel.
I would have made 2 pair. Why'd you have to bet?
Good job, Scott. Good job.
Handed a lifeline by Seiver, 3 swift double-ups, including this flush made on the river, meant the hometown boy is back in the game here at the Playground Poker Club.
Made for TV. It's just made for TV.
So Heat 2 has been a lively affair so far. Laak has provided the entertainment. Shock and Selpst have been eliminated, and Duhamel has performed the greatest ever comeback seen here in the Premier League.
And
the Playground Poker Club is once again a hive of activity, and things will be getting interesting very quickly now. I'm joined by Jeff Gross here. Lines are up to 8 and 16,000, putting added pressure on the low stack to make some moves and ladder up the points. Duhamel needs to continue his miraculous resurgence from one big blind if he is to secure any more than 3 points for finishing in 6th.
You're insane, man. What got into you? Nuts.
This guy is full opening 80%.
He's giving this to
We're
Phil.
just folding to him like he has aces every hand.
Jason Koon has just lost his marbles. He was keeping it in, and he cannot. He can't hold it in anymore.
C3 call.
Wow.
Oh, this is the perfect spot for a ship. Jungleman shouldn't be that strong. He's actually at the top of his range, probably flatting.
Mullen. Seat 5, raise all in.
Phil snizzies.
Raise all in.
Yeah, that's a snap. And Phil's actually, one of his aces is gone. This is a huge pop for Phil and everyone. Phil is going to be so steamed. It was Seiver. He should have been out, and now Phil's got his chips at risk.
Big one for both players.
Oh,
Laak
yeah.
can go chip leader.
Wow, this is like it's all for nothing, or it's or Duhamel probably wins the heat. That's one of the.
Right now he's all in. So
Feels like a queen or nothing here, right? I mean, he folded the ace.
Yeah, definitely am.
Feels like it's going to be decided on the river.
Oh, that's pretty safe for the world champ.
Could have folded.
I'm talking about Duhamel, not Phil. Some people might consider Phil the world champ.
Hey, he's certainly the world champ of something.
Oh, Phil is the sickest human. He needs the queen. You feeling the queen or nothing?
We have seen a dirty one.
Oh my goodness, case 8 too.
Damn. Full house beats me. You have me covered. I'm pretty sure, right?
No, you got more.
Phil's got
I think I have 2 or 2.
Phil's got 175 left.
You got the slingshot stack back.
A crazy game, and if Jonathan Duhamel is allowed to win this heat, they're going to put the blame squarely on Seiver's shoulders.
Jonathan Duhamel, 2010 World Series of Poker main event champion. Winning the main event just changed everything. It changed my poker career, changed the way I was living. And now I just started traveling all around the world, playing all those big tournaments and compete against the best in the world. It's pretty prestigious to be here because not only you have to bring in $125,000 as a buy-in, but first you got to be invited also. There's a lot of people who would like to play in that event but are not getting invited. Well, it's fun to be out there and play against, you know, the best of the best. Also now we're in Montreal, so just another motivation for me to go out there and try to win it. It's definitely a very tough lineup over there. A lot of very good, talented players. So we're all gonna bring our A game and gonna need a little bit of luck, and hopefully I'm gonna see me on the final table.
No. It doesn't have to be much. It's still hard. Whenever it is what you need, that's what's hard to get.
Fold.
You hate to see the Premier League devolve into a lot of luck, but there's a bunch of guys down there hoping right now. They're hoping either to pick up a big hand or see someone else get knocked
C3
out.
raise, 32,000 total.
And
Jungleman with just over 20 blinds.
This feels like a. This feels like it could be ambitious.
Jungle, look what I did
C5
here.
call.
Instead of 3 spaced out, it's 4 all compressed. Gives my card power a little 2% punch.
He's
And my
definitely the best
decisions
there
are
is.
clear. Like right there, I get a
That's
clear
it.
junk hand, you know?
Like,
It's very good.
Fold.
Not a lot about that.
You can see a little poker here. 2 modest holdings.
2 old foes right now. They've squared off several times today already.
Both miss.
C3 check.
Completely. Why does the Jungleman check back there? I mean, how often is Duhamel flatting him with an ace?
He checked. Who's first?
Jungleman. I mean, Jungleman raised pre, didn't he?
C5 bet 46.
Why would he check?
Were you expecting that?
He's just.
Is that weak?
He's giving up. I mean, he just completely missed, and he just
gave up.
Just gave up.
Feels to me like most of the hands Duhamel flats with there don't include an ace.
Yeah, it's just a matter of his hand's 9 high. Like he can float him one, and then he can't. I mean, he has to commit to a couple barrel, and it's just not right this time. I mean, he didn't have back doors, so he said nothing. Seiver chip leader, forget he's been quiet.
C2 call. Fold.
Did he just limp in, Scott Seiver? I think he did.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to
C5
change
call.
the framework of the universe.
Definitely not going to speed up the play. It's not going to make it go faster.
And Phil Laak has to look over here and decide if it's a trap. Is Seiver trying to induce a shove? Or will he snap Phil Laak off if he does?
I think Phil's going to go to a flop, it looks like. That's what he's looking like.
If he does, if he's getting called by Scott Seiver too, isn't he? If he does shove, or is it?
I think he wants to go to a flop 100 out of 100 here, but he's maybe worried someone behind might do something. Can't see him raising.
Wow.
He's not raising. He's going to a flop. He's buying a flop here by doing some shenanigans.
You've seen it all before, haven't you?
Yeah. But then again, it's Phil. It is Phil. Now it looks more like a raise, which I'm not sure what's going on.
He's getting
caught. He does this thing again?
He's getting caught. He's getting caught.
I'm just leaving this.
C6 raise.
Yep. Again, unsure what that is, and
I think Laak's about to get smashed here. But
There's
this was his.
he still has a goose egg. 3's at risk. Like, you know, say he calls and loses, and then he's got 300, and I mean, based on Phil just being out of control, I think he's going to have to go, and he has him covered. But it's, again, not a great spot. It's really not. I mean, I don't think he's putting Phil on a lower pair than his, so it's like he's all of a sudden saying, am I going to coin flip? You got to give Phil credit at this point. I mean, he's really been raising like incredible amount. It's amazing he hasn't got. I don't know. I don't think he'll get this one through, but it's just amazing that he.
C2 call.
Black call.
All right. I mean, you know, really, there's only one thing left here, which is that it should be like a 10-Jack-Queen flop, so Phil Laak can get Seiver to fold.
There's a chance he wins with the worst hand, even though Phil won't even bluff it in. I don't know. I'll see what happens. Let's see the flop. Oh my!
He'll just outflop. He'll just outflop him.
Wow, I think Phil actually may put him on like kings here, jacks at this point. Like he thinks that he was trapped. I mean, there's not a lot of hands I could put Seiver on flatting. I wouldn't put Seiver on sevens here, flatting that money.
How many chips does Phil Laak have back there? Oh, he's got about 100.
This is amazing. He's my hero. Phil's my. I don't care. Phil's my hero for this. Disregard anything negative I've ever said. This is amazing. Seiver's gonna feel sick. What did he bet?
51,000.
Oh my God! Now he's. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Look at
Well, this is the most awkwardly hand played all fronts I've seen yet.
He's nearly steaming.
You know what? I think Seiver literally called like saying I'm gonna blind get it in probably, and then like the worst flop came. Like ace queen king comes out, or ace queen or king, and 2 of the 3 come.
And there's 2 terrible feelings for Seiver. One is right now, and the next is when he actually sees Phil Laak's cards and finds out that he was like the 78%.
This is amazing. I love Phil just betting small. It's hilarious actually, instead of just shipping it.
Yeah, and he has to bet half of his remaining stack on the turn for sure.
Seiver feels sick.
The thing is that it was really difficult to put Phil in anything to begin with.
Phil is like looks like a genius, by the way, at this point with his size.
Really
like he made
wow
plus 180K.
You cannot show him, Phil. Of course he will.
He didn't show, right? Phil has 400,000, by the way. Jeez. Look at it's 330 to 495 is the cheapest person now.
You know, you have to give this man credit. He went out. He lives on the limb. He's the bird on a wire. I don't. You know, I'm not exactly sure what Seiver should have done with that hand, but I don't think he feels good about it. The way that one went down. That did not feel good for Scott.
Looks absolutely outrageous. Guys, there's only 125.
Wait. What, did you announce your raise?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to get the warning on you?
I was just making sure.
Guys, it's a 125K tournament, and I just did that. This is.
I was just trying to think about
this. Is a real. This is real money, guys, and that's how bad I'm playing.
It's like just playing a home game, having fun.
Scott Seiver is reduced to saying, "Is this for real money?"
Yeah.
He's spinning. I've never seen him on tilt like this before.
And Jonathan, you'll notice that when you have
with the
even
king
numbers
four,
on break like this,
suited.
this is a good.
Is this
way
blind
to
on blind?
I mean, call the doctor. You can wrap this guy up.
To each other, it's fair.
Oh wow.
You'd even do this, right?
Oh no, okay, he doesn't even have it. Jungleman says ace high, but Seiver got built. Seiver's got a nice flop here.
5-stack balance punch. If you're going with the 5-stack theory, you have to accommodate the aesthetic paths that it might, have unfold by itself without even.
I guess he has to jam here, right?
Definitely.
No.
It's like a flower.
Is it because he's so terrified of the goose egg right now, Scott Seiver?
No, I mean his hand's pretty big here.
Rast, I'm gonna come over and visit you right now.
Wow, this could go check.
Over, buddy.
Yeah.
C3 check.
Oh man.
This could get ugly.
Oh, okay. Well, Seiver just it seems like whoever's short today, like whenever they're about to go off the wall tilt, they just get bailed out in the pot, and he may call here with ace high.
Well, I mean, this is really, that was one of the river cards where you kind of, if it's not a flush, then it's a busted straight draw or something, right?
Yeah, there's 2 busted straight draws. Back the diamond.
I'm going to turn
diamonds are jack. Jungle's not going to cut him on a jack.
Jungle wants to call with the ace high because he's never betting a pair here, and Jungle might think that Seiver would have jammed with the flush draw.
Call.
Yep, he's calling. Oh, and now he's...
King 4. Oh, the 10-7 off. So King 4.
Poor Jungleman. The math doesn't add up.
Look at Seiver.
The call is correct.
Look at that little happy.
7-4.
Look, he's getting. Look at him.
5-2 suited, maybe.
Into chip leader.
10-8, not the 10-8.
Scott
You guys, I'm
Seiver
standing up
from
right now.
down
Did you
and
notice that?
out
I did.
to back on top.
It's because I single-handedly made you chip lead of the tournament by the most outrageously stupid hand ever.
That's about right.
I've been waking up with hands here and there,
Fold.
most outrageously stupid hand ever.
I had a big hand on that ace-queen board. I wanted to get it in pre-flop.
Well, you were no good pre-flop, but flop changed things.
C1 raised
maybe not.
32,000.
I could have actually folded the best hand. It's definitely possible.
Wow, if you just folded 2 kings there, then I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I said. Phil put him on. Two kings or jacks by him flagging.
Started the top.
So,
You'll see. I'm in there with hands. I don't play around. I want to try and win whatever first place is, and to do that, I have to survive
C2
and win
call.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out here trying to
It's hard.
this
You got
game
jungle,
is
finger.
fast
What's
and
jungle? Jungle's
furious.
ripping this
32,
in.
yeah.
I think. Or how much did he have?
Doing some of the best.
C3 call.
I think I'm just gonna run like God and win this.
Feels
thing.
like a
Maybe
shove
I'm
would have
gonna-
been better there, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I guess he's just saying he's getting a good price to hit a deuce and get out of it. I mean, I'm surprised he did that, but I think it's okay. But he's pretty
C3
short. I
check.
mean, he has 10
C3 check.
big blinds. He also knows he's not going to get folds, though, probably. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess
it's
so.
okay.
Yeah,
C1
get a
check.
feel for it. Yeah, you sweated
He
every
actually has
one.
the
Yeah,
best hand, by the way.
In this format,
Still has the best hand.
we've got enough points.
Yeah. I'm showing the world how to fold today. Not for long.
I made a superhero fold against Rast.
You did.
I mean, I think it was. I was never folded in a cash game, not in 1,000 years.
C2 bet 65,000. 75, sorry.
I mean, caffeine's just not doing it for me.
Scott Seiver back on the war horse.
Seavers.
Glad to win that pot as well.
Try some more.
Antes, guys?
on the short stack.
Duhamel's been quiet for a couple minutes and just
Fill me
kind
in,
of
guys.
probably
I'm making a mic
wondering
change.
how
Okay,
to
we'll do it,
Keep going.
Bring
Don't
me
fold me
15
though.
or give me 15.
I'll tell you who's been quiet is Jason Koon. He's, I think he's
I'm
lost
back, I'm back, I'm back. My
200,000
hands are left,
just
my hands
by
left. How you
attrition
doing?
from the blinds.
Awesome.
Seiver with the chips, but will he finish with the points? Party Poker Premier League Season 7 continues after the break.
Welcome back. Things are getting tense here at Season 7 of the Party Poker Premier League as the players look to lock up the final points on offer in this game. Let's find out who can climb to the top of the league.
Premier League Poker Playground Poker Club here in Montreal. It's a $100,000
me
guarantee
first,
going on in the
you can tell
background
by the
and a
placements of the-
$125,000 buy-in.
And
Front and center.
I always have such roller coasters on these
Questionably
things.
the star of the
Usually
show.
because I call half my stack and then fold.
It's a massive hand for Phil Laak.
Seat 6 raised.
Looks like aces.
41,000. Fold, fold,
Laak gets a premium here.
fold. Fold.
Ouch! It's all over.
The 9-9.
It's wow. Laak
know what I
actually
think
has a
about it.
lot of chips
Yeah.
for
Guess which way you had?
the situation with Jungle being
talk
short.
later.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
right.
there's a chance he doesn't go broke here. I mean, I think he's gonna get it in, but I'm telling you, against maybe Jason Koon or someone else, or Rast, he might not. But Duhamel, I think he thinks he's too squirrely. What if Duhamel flats or something? I mean, I think Duhamel's got to raise him, but
Raise to induce.
But in case somehow he flats, I mean, that
Yeah, he's
he's
really
gonna
thinking
raise.
about
He's
it.
gonna raise, but he's gonna make it like 90, maybe 100.
So this is big juncture time for Phil Laak. Seems
five
really,
raise,
really difficult. It's the biggest hand he's seen in a
107,000
while.
He's probably gonna snap it in actually. Even though
2 9s is huge.
it is.
Isn't it?
He's I think he's gonna ship it immediately, or he's gonna think forever and see the jungle short and not like the scenario. There's a chance he just calls.
Truth
But again,
is,
you see, it's like now if he had 200, he's just gonna pile in, right? But he has chips, and it's.
And I mean, I don't know. Calling feels like the weakest play because
Dealer,
he's
what
never
time is
hit-
it right here in
He's
Montreal?
never hit the flop.
He's gone with that.
Is he allowed to tell me? Guys, can I get the time from somebody? They took my phone. Floor, we need to know if the dealer's allowed to let me know what time it is in Montreal.
He already said.
He said it? What was it?
Jonathan says it's okay.
12:10? Okay, it's 12:10. Everything's good. Jonathan, are you doing one of those things I've seen you do?
Yeah, I mean, couldn't he be doing it right now?
It feels
You like doing
he
those
might
things.
fold now, which is amazing.
I've seen you do those things.
I mean, couldn't Duhamel be doing one of those things?
I feel like I just want to go on and see what happens. The cherry bomber is very strong. It's very strong and hard to put down force. The cherry bomber comes in. Sometimes it just takes control of my whole body,
Phil
Jungleman.
might just hit a 9, right? I mean, if he gets it in, it feels like he might just 9-ball someone.
He's
All
gonna
right, I got
hate
small
it.
in.
Re-raise all in.
He's gonna hate it.
Do you have it?
I was really hoping that happened.
Oh, wow. So Phil might think he's good when he says, do you have it? It doesn't sound like you're saying you have aces. It's like, do you have a real hit?
You're definitely the top of your range.
Yeah.
Kings is the top of his range. Kings it is.
Top of every range.
Yeah.
He's the top 2 hands of his range.
2 spades. That's plan B.
Plan B has been called for spades. That's a bit.
I could have folded. That's tough. 2 outs.
Spade comes to almost.
Good game,
Well done.
Phil.
Do you have me covered now?
Yeah, I do. 485.
I could have folded that.
For the
Sorry, buddy.
lead, Phil Laak, first heat,
What's that?
only going to grab 3
I
points.
got
What a
485.
roller coaster ride he had, Jeff, and for Jonathan Duhamel,
Yeah, I've been getting one every day.
12,000 up to 900 plus.
I really like how I've played today. I mean, it's a little bit cherry bomber out there, but the Unabomber was reeling him in and making it the best of a bad lot. And the 9's call, maybe it's right because I was so active. Cherry bomber, I couldn't reel him in. So I don't know. But I liked how everything went, and I like that I'm here and I'm on the ultimate free roll, breathing good air, you know? It's awesome.
And 3 more heats to play for Phil. Thank you very much.
Look at Duhamel. That is probably the greatest comeback ever.
Yeah. I mean, it's tied. One blind. I mean, it's a one big blind.
I think
Chip in a chair.
Marty
let's say,
Smith
I
won
guess.
the Poker Million from one big blind.
Yeah, there's a few people who have done
I was
it.
gonna try and see if I.
But now
because I think they have
it's
one on
one thing to be
Sunday.
from one big
I
blind.
think
It's
that
one
was
thing to be
Saturday's
from one
game.
big blind and have someone
I was gonna say
bet you
'cause I'm
out
off
on the
Friday.
turn like
Yeah,
you get bailed
that's
out.
nothing
That's a whole
Sunday.
nother.
They put Friday and
That doesn't
Saturday.
happen.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
How much do you have, Jay? It's like 330.
345, I believe.
And that has really taken the pressure off all these players because obviously, you know, 5 points is pretty close to getting average in a heat. 6 1/4, of course, would be dead average. So none of these players can be too upset no matter what happens
So
now.
you know
As
about
long
how
as you
much?
finish top 5 in one of these.
650.
Thanks.
You haven't done too poorly.
Yeah, I mean, Rast and Seiver, it's still
Little
really
more,
important
like
though to get in
670.
that top
That's true.
3.
That's
and they
true.
got the basically goose egg both
That's
of them
true.
last time. So, and Jason too. I mean, the 3 of them were the bottom 3.
3 players.
This feels like it could be a big pot.
Wow.
A lot of.
I cannot believe what Duhamel has
It's
done here.
just a lot. Everyone's kind of all over each other, and that board hit pretty hard. Medium.
Incredible career Jonathan Duhamel has had up to this point, of course, main event champion, but he's had a couple of high roller finishes as well. He is not a one-hit wonder by any stretch of the imagination. And he's really kind of the godfather of this whole Montreal poker scene in a sense. I mean, the French Canadians have become huge on the poker scene in Europe these last couple of years, and they're everywhere. Saw them on the rail, the World Series main event a couple of months ago. They were all the energy.
I counted it. You didn't. I didn't mean exactly.
Wow. Scott's going for it here.
40 and some change.
This is not going to end well, is it? What's the thought?
See, total raise 120,000.
I mean,
305.
he's just seeing if Duhamel is just kind of with the one pair hand.
Oh, what?
Wait.
It didn't.
No, that can't be the right card.
That didn't happen.
Young Rast still got a pile, right?
That's I can't. It's, I mean,
I got the danger. You got the.
right. That's not. There's no shot. He snap folded top 2.
That did not happen.
No, I'm gonna need to get verification on that. There's
did
no.
not
There's
happen.
zero chance. I'd say. I mean, he's snap folding top 2 there. Like he has like 0.
Yeah, and You know, there were so many cards. I mean, he wouldn't have even flattered there. There's just a lot of action killers on the turn, right? You would just shove there and all
you know
the
what?
time. Like.
Maybe they reversed their hands. Maybe he had the king nine, he let out, and he popped him the top two. That makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. Seat 5 raise all in. Fold.
Oh, Duhamel showing a little bit of a hammer here.
Whoa. So
That's so sick. No more beer for you. You're off, man.
Shit out. You see his heart drop? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, he just went.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. I actually got someone on that one.
Yeah.
Because I've been limping a lot, you might not have seen it. That was actually a great time.
Being told that he didn't have those cards, Jeff. They've checked. There was no mistake. Jonathan Duhamel laid down the top two pair there like it was nothing.
It would be pretty bad.
And I mean, either he misread his hand.
He misread his hand, but that's
impossible. That's great. That made my day.
Or is it also possible that it was just...
No, there's no
other explanation.
Okay, there's maybe 1 out of 100 he fold, but not 0 out of 100 snap fold.
Just like you really call.
Thank you.
Like he's, and
it was sounding like a guy that was thinking like, come on.
Yeah.
What could he have misread his hand?
You know, it was a pretty insane play by Seiver because he was like second biggest stack there. I mean, it was
something's off.
It was nearly a suicidal play by Seiver as well. I mean,
I'm not buying it.
Can I see the structure? No, the point structure.
Maybe he's drunk.
May have a short stack, but I got a big part.
Oh, got out flopped here. Duhamel's got the ace of diamonds too. This could be
check.
Seiver may check back though. He did.
Duhamel checked back and he smashed the turn. Clobbered it. He is a funny player, Duhamel. I'll tell you. He's capable of some extreme stuff.
Seat 5 bet 44,000.
Now, how should Scott Seiver think about this?
He's calling.
You have to call once, right?
Yeah, he's not raising.
I mean, he does not want to play a big pot right now, Scott Seiver. He's second biggest stack. There's a lot of short stacks out there.
An ace would be interesting. Ooh, look like an ace.
Two checks, sorry. Two check.
If Duhamel bets, a big bet would kind of be in order, right? Make it look like he's trying to bomb Seiver off.
I think he's going to bet over half pot. He'll probably bet over like 110 or 130. I'm guessing, because also he doesn't want to get re-raised. So if he, I think he's going to bet like 130.
It's fairly big.
Bet 137.
2/3 anyway.
Yeah, this bet could get him to call.
Scott Seiver, this is kind of his wheelhouse, making these tricky decisions on the river, but it doesn't. It feels like it could be a bluff. Right?
I think he's going to call.
SJ for the 1-2 yellow. SJ.
That looks like a fold now. Yeah,
Fold.
He's good. He is
First hand of the day that I'm curious about.
Okay.
1023, yeah.
So arbitrary.
It's 3 or 4. 6K with a 2.
No, that's with 1, but...
Oh no, 4-8s with 2, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Did you give me the, is that right? Can you count them?
Should be 15 in there.
It's on me, right?
Yes, it's on.
Okay. Alright guys.
Oh, this is...
He's piling it in there.
Well, the blinds are 10-20 now, so it's only 8 bigs.
Yeah, it's
Fold.
super standard shove. See if he gets any action.
How much is that?
Yeah, this is getting called.
I think that's a call, isn't it?
Every single time. He likes making jungle sweat. Look at how much joy he gets out of getting jungle at risk here.
Bam! Favorite. What now?
We'll be seeing you, buddy.
140.
He doesn't have a spade in his hand.
They keep saying that Jungle doesn't. He's not an experienced live player. He doesn't really know how to fade the races.
He won like more than one tournament with it.
And oh yeah.
King Queen of spades.
Pretty
I actually
sure.
won with King Queen of clubs.
Clubs, yeah, it's always King Queen Black though.
Finally lost. Well,
because the red kings always come. That's why you need King Queen Black.
Jungle's bailed out before on the river, Jeff.
Why did you do it?
Again.
Oh,
Done it again.
poor Seiver with the.
152,000.
Short stack, double up.
That's a big pot for Seiver. 330 puts him at 900 almost. Now he's 550 on the goose egg. I mean, that hurts.
Certainly does.
I can't hear you.
Brian Rast now on the cusp of elimination. Himself and Jason Koon. Jeez.
Don't know what else to do,
13 big blinds apiece. And we saw from heat number 1 that Jason Koon,
what is going on here?
15 big blinds or less, he's really a too tall man to fold.
I mean, I should have had this tournament over like 3 different times.
I should have already had third place locked up.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell? Yeah, we're getting shit for hands, but somehow some
Seat 5 raise 40,000.
should have been able to.
Tactically, good spot for Duhamel to raise. I mean, Rast and Koon are looking at each other. You know, Brian Rast has to be thinking to himself.
He knows Duhamel is going to be opening super wide. I mean, he's going to definitely consider putting this in, and he does.
Seat 1 re-raise all in.
Is it too early for Brian Rast to think about the fact that if he just outlasts Seiver or Koon, he's guaranteed to be at least tied or ahead of them? I mean,
yeah, I mean, this is what? So this is 13 blinds. Duhamel's going to find a call here, I think. It's 10 blinds. He's got the mount. He's got a million chips. He's got 50 blinds. It's close. It's very close. I mean,
wonder about this shot
Rast
from
has been
Rast.
super patient. It's like he has to think he has fold equity here, and I don't know if he does. Rast has been patient. He's checking all the stacks, trying to decide how late would he be shoving. You know, he could have 2 9s or 8s, and he has to call. He just doesn't want to have him have ace king or ace 10 or one of those hands. I mean, if he actually has him in 3-1, he would never think that. Wow.
He got it through, and I think you're right. It's that what Phil Laak calls a dormancy vig, right? He got a man to fold that really shouldn't.
Lives to fight another day.
Because I just wonder, Jeff. I mean, I know in a tournament that's obviously could be the right play, but when you look at this tournament, you know, Rast staying ahead of Seiver and Koon right now. That's kind of huge because you know.
Yeah. Jason's definitely. Jason was rooting for a call. I mean, that's for sure. I'm a little surprised he folded. I think it's probably okay, but like 10 blind, he has 50, and he's going to have a low pair there a lot. So like I think he might have to call.
And that really makes Jungleman the first person to let go of the 7 deuce of spades in this heat.
Yeah.
Check.
Wow. So Seiver opted to limp here. Brings Koon along, and Rast is going to take the free card.
Seat 8 check.
Crazy things happen when everybody limps.
Seat 1 check.
I'm surprised by the Queen Jack limp, but this could get sticky.
Seat 2 bet 30,000.
Kind of awkward spot for Rast. I mean, just piling a 6-high flush draw with this dynamic, and with Jason short isn't ideal. And I mean, Scott could have an ace, but yeah, he's gonna
Seat 1 call.
Gonna call. Bink.
Service resumed.
And if he checks, Seiver's gonna check behind and have a free shot at a better flush. And I think Rast likely will check, and Seiver's gonna check behind. I'm pretty sure. Flush, like he knows he limped in. He knows he could be pretty wide here. Yeah, he's gonna take a free card.
Check.
9 or king.
Yeah, that would have got Rast some pay maybe. Seiver's very aware of like what's going on here. He knows Rast has something flatting there. think he has him on his flush exactly.
You have to play very, very cagey when you're willing to limp in under the gun in these kind of spots. I mean, it's, you know, you're asking for trouble, so you have to be prepared for the tricky decisions, don't you?
Yeah, I don't love that limp. I mean, he raises, he's just going to win those chips. I don't know.
He's done it twice now. Limped in a weird spot under the gun, Scott Seiver. Hasn't worked out either time, but I mean, you can imagine he's got some good reasons for doing it. I just don't know what they are.
Actually, I raised a 10 also.
And this has gone from a real aggressive heat, Jeff, to very, very cagey.
So we
no
just
one wants to be the next one out.
Yeah, it's definitely tightened up. I mean, it was the Phil Laak show for about an hour, 45 minutes. Like you said, everyone was just looking at him every hand. I mean, he was winning every pot, and now it's like everyone's just kind of trying to hang on.
I wonder if the most pronounced shift has been Jonathan Duhamel, who, you know, he really dusted off that first stack he had, and maybe he said, well, I'm not going to dust this one off. Oh, he's going to get trapped.
Oh,
there.
wow, I love this. Jungleman.
I mean, the money goes in either way.
Yeah,
he snaps him with ace.
I got him that time.
There's really no other way
Laid
to
the
play
tarp and I got him. I actually
it's
didn't.
300 actually. This is a big pot.
Yeah, you're right. I was like, wait a second. No, I didn't.
He just never loses.
Pretty good.
Well, at least it's the 10 of clubs. Still got 3 live.
That's pretty overish, though.
That's optimistic.
10 of diamonds. Who's calling?
Could be. Sooner or later, Jungleman's going to get beat by the river.
Seiver at a 10. There's 2 times.
I won't even be sad if I lose it.
And Jungle's chip leader.
Amazing. Feels like every player left has, at one time or another, occupied every spot on the leaderboard.
The lineup this year is full of fantastic players, top to bottom.
There's a lot more guys that know what they're doing in tournaments and are just have to play for a living.
I do think this lineup is very tough. There really aren't any soft spots.
It's not going to be an easy tournament at all. It's going to be very competitive. It's going to be probably the toughest Premier League. We're going to have to bring our A game if we want to win it.
Welcome back. The Party Poker Premier League is all about securing enough points to book a place at the coveted final table, where the winner gets a cool $400,000. Now that is an incentive.
5.
Yeah, there's been a lot of flip-flopping going on here at the end. I mean, it's again, the blind's just so
620,
big.
550, 550. All three of us are right there.
Chip leader has 30, just over 30 big blinds. Short stacks at 15. It's gonna be a lot of push folds here. We're not gonna see flops for a while.
552.
And haven't even
We're all the same here.
Probably not a favorite for most, not most of them, but like.
Right. This would be the time in a multi-table tournament when they pause the clock to make a deal, but there'll be no deal making here. Of course, who wants to make a deal when you've got 2 ladies?
Scott opting for the limp. He limped last time and showed he folded to Rast, so it didn't look like he had that big a hand. Wow, Jungle.
So nearly
Jungle
fell
getting
in
a
the
beautiful
trap, right?
price. It's just perfect spot to be able to see this set mine. He limps oddly, gets to get a free shot of 4. Oh, this could be a all-in for Koon.
Yeah, it is.
He's going to pick up on last time that Seiver limped and wasn't that strong.
And, nor the first time. Nor the first time.
Oh, he decides to just take a free one.
Felt like a good trap that Seiver set there, didn't it?
Yeah.
No good now.
Check.
The sick part is it is good. It's just is he going to be able to hold up? It looks like he is going to be able to hold up.
This is really one of those spots where you just bet and throw up, right?
Yeah.
C2 bet 27,000. Fold.
Just
Too pretty.
the sick part is he actually made more max value. He got Jungle to put in 20. Got a completion. He made an extra little bit of money there.
No flop.
He's always outside the box, Scott Seiver.
It would have been interesting to see if he min-raised what Jason would have done with the King-9 suited. I don't know if he's just folding. It seems too valuable to fold. I think he might have flatted or piled it. Probably not piled. He probably would have called. I don't know.
It certainly would have been an option. But he has been he's Koon just seems to have really good timing. He has some.
Call. 1-2, table change.
2 or 3 times he has 3-bet light. He has not gotten trapped.
Option check.
Jungle. I mean, this guy, these two.
I'm telling you. Just doing the full circles on his back like a window washer. I mean, he is.
C3 bet 20,000.
This is a pretty bad flop for Seiver's hand. Being out of position, but it's going to continue on.
If you check to the jungle on the flop like that, he will always bet.
This is a board. This is interesting.
Check.
Jungle acts pretty fast.
It's like the Karate Kid.
Yeah. Yeah, if he bets here, it's going to be hard for Seiver to call, but he's going to check. Good Seiver.
That is.
How many more hands on this level is it?
I mean, the thing about Jungleman, like, that sort of become clear throughout this Premier League so far is that if you give him the option to bluff, I mean, he is so likely to go for it sometimes. Not all the time, but certainly more than the normal human.
Wonder he's bet big, huh?
C2 bet 140.
Interesting. Over bluff with the very good hand.
Fold.
How can you ever call, if anything?
I can call it something.
Okay, good luck. Good luck, find those things.
It's not very easy to find them. I mean, I don't call enough, I'm sure.
Jeff, if you have to pick one of these players right now to win this heat, who you taking?
I'm taking Seiver.
This might be the
I think
longest
Seiver's
Premier
been.
League heat
I think he's he like he did say. I mean, he was a couple. There's a couple hands. Like he's had a few spots to end it. I feel like he's definitely with the goose egg. He's super focused. Gonna play really well and finish this out. So I mean, the blinds are huge, but he has the lead too right now.
It's not like he's gonna let up on the intensity and the emotion, is it?
Yeah. He's been getting big hands too. So you know, some days it's your days. That ace king, queens, ace king.
C5 call.
Oh, this is a pretty nice spot to get with 15 blinds.
Yeah, I wonder if Duhamel's going to feel like he's priced in to have to call this.
Whoa!
C8 call.
What happened? Duhamel.
Yeah, it was Duhamel's limped the button, and Koon is re-limped. He's obviously thinking that Rast has got to shove quite light there, I guess.
C8 check.
Still with 60,000, 75,000 out there. Doesn't Koon need to pick that money up? Is this too liberal
C5 check.
for you?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh man, I don't like it because
C8 check.
He was in the small, right?
Yeah.
So then you get Rast to come along too. He could flop like a weird two pair. He could have king deuce.
I mean, was the intention trying to trap Rast that he thought that Rast would actually shove quite often there with any ace maybe or something?
Yeah, maybe that was what he was going for actually. I don't know. Rast has been pretty in line. This is not ideal for Jason.
C8 call.
He didn't think about it for too long, but he did think about it. And, I mean...
He's just hoping he has the best hand now. I mean, Jonathan could have like a 10-jack, a 9-10 suit on the button. I mean, that's the worst card in the deck for Jason.
C8 check.
Because he's now ruling out an ace for sure. It depends, is Duhamel going to go for thin value here?
And I
think he is.
C5 check.
Oh, okay. And Jason's going to feel very sick.
Rasty boy.
Oh yeah, he's looking for Rast to move it in.
Never defended that. I've never trapped that line in my life.
so I don't want to.
Everyone's trying to be tricky.
The Jungleman is not blue.
I guess that was it. I mean, it couldn't have been that he was considering that Duhamel had like a huge hand.
No, I mean, he's not scared, obviously. Like, he wants to get it in.
I'm happy with it. With you, glad I did not have.
He really thought he was going to trap Rast there, and it's gone completely backwards. I guess there was a chance Duhamel would have called it off. I think he would have folded though, Duhamel. Blinds 12 and 24,000, and it's critical junctures here for Jason Koon, Brian Rast, and Scott Seiver, among others. They're all playing their second heat right now.
Yeah, that is not a strong
I think so. Jason Koon can probably survive getting knocked out next. I mean, 8 points through 2 is not ideal, but it's certainly manageable.
Yeah, I mean, that's we're talking Rast 6 through 2, and that's tough.
Call 24.
If you were to go out next.
There always seems to be at least one player when it gets down to that final heat who needs to win just to get in the playoffs, and you hate to be in that position. You want to at least have the flexibility to get, you know, a top 3 spot. And that's, of course, the big advantage of having that chip lead going in the last heat, Jeff, is, you know, knowing that there's a player who has to win, and it really makes it easy to take advantage of just players like that. But the guys who need to get, you know, top 5 or something,
35,
and have to sit there and play mum for the first couple levels.
So he raise a button? Or did he limp?
35 call.
On the pre-flop.
Yeah, I wish I had been paying attention.
Yeah.
I think he limped the button. He did limp the button, and he's gotten himself in a weird pickle here. And I guess he's betting for. Is this a thin value bet here?
Yeah, for sure value.
He's going to get snapped off.
Yep.
75,000.
He's getting at least called. Probably just called.
This is such a Jungleman line.
Yeah, he's calling. Just. He can't get called by worse. He knows it. Then again, he did fold top 2 that time, supposedly, so
yeah,
who knows
he
what we'll
absolutely did, and it'll be really interesting to hear what his explanation is.
It even gets the Jungleman stamp.
You really think it's 9 out of 10 times he just misread his hand. And
he checked it, though. I feel like he looked at it.
Stamp worth a lot.
It's bizarre.
You know, and he did make the C bet.
Probably not the chips I lost.
Something we misread. Something happened.
I know. I put in the
That's
5.
his red, and that's
I want to remember about that.
Yeah.
To ask.
Yeah.
4 yellow. 4 yellow.
It's not bothering him right now. Duhamel back to the chip lead. Scott Seiver has been employing the limp more than any other player at this table, and it has not really worked to his advantage, but he's a man who's convinced of his strategy, and I'm sure he'll...
Call 24.
Oh, the Jungleman putting the limp in with the 2 10s. Can he catch Koon out?
Yeah. Oh, man, blinds are, geez. 12-24 now? Yeah, so
well, that's the sincerest form of flattery.
It is.
Actually,
you got a biter.
He's all in.
Actually, not actually sure if it is 2 10s that the Jungleman has.
I actually thought I was raising.
He asked Koon how many he had, but he didn't ask what the blind was.
Jungleman averages 2 live mistakes every 2 orbits.
I mean, really, if he didn't play poker so well, he'd have absolutely no chance.
The sick part is, if he had raised, he probably would have. Well, I don't even know who he's calling. Now it's like he's not sure what to do because he doesn't know what he thinks he did.
It's true. I mean, if you just had to make a list of the number of glaring boo-boos the Jungleman makes each night, it just have to do with knowing what the blinds are, whether or not it's his turn.
Man. What a pickup for Koon here.
He is the biggest live fish there is, the Jungleman.
He actually is probably supposed to just shove.
Right, and if he does shove, I'm not sure if Koon can call it off.
He's not calling off, I don't think.
Severely handicapped, the Jungleman, when it comes to live poker.
Anyone else want anything?
Welcome back as Heat 2 continues here for the Premier League. Now, Jonathan, you've had a bit of a reprieve. You were pretty much almost out. Talk to me about kind of how that turned around for you.
Yeah, I mean, at one point I was actually chip leader, and then lost a few hands in a row, got down to one big blind, which was the short stack, and then got super lucky a few hands in a row, went back up to chip leader. So it's been a pretty big roller coaster today. It's kind of tough to deal with that because, your heart's going to pump up pretty much, but it's a lot of fun. Got pretty unlucky, then very lucky. So we'll see what happens at the end. Now, the blinds are pretty big, so almost anything can happen. But, what a day so far.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Five-handed, blinds 12 and 24,000, and it's critical junctures here for Jason Koon, Brian Rast, and Scott Seiver, among others. And that Jungleman lifted. Wow,
I don't know
it's
what's going on.
broken
It's like
out
these guys
all
want
over.
to set the record for the longest session played. Like, no one wants to put chips in the middle, and these are real hands.
This is like a virus. Oh, now you gotta push that, baby. Maybe
Call
not.
24.
Oh, these guys are just, this is just like a home game. They're just having fun, going flops.
This is degenerated.
Check.
You look at these hands out there and you have to think that any single one of these players could have won it by manning up and sticking their stack
someone's probably going
in.
broke here.
Bring Phil Laak back.
There's easily some action could go down here. That doesn't
Check.
That doesn't
Check.
look.
Duhamel's got the ace of hearts.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, here we go. Duhamel with the ace heart 10. Two people have top. Wow, Duhamel could send both of them packing here. I'm pretty sure Koon and Seiver, who's first stack? Yeah, this is going in.
42,000.
Duhamel's actually a favorite.
How do you like your hand now if you're Jason Koon? I mean, you were trying to be safe, and now what do you do?
What happened here? He led where from early?
And if you do play this and you're Jason Koon, are you better off shipping it here, or just calling and reevaluating on the turn, hoping a heart doesn't peel off? I mean, you could be drawing dead. This is ugly, right?
This is ugly.
Call 42,000.
He's gone for the call. I wonder if Seiver can now find a fold here.
Man, I'm very curious what Seiver is going to do here. This is not a great spot for him. Like, he has top pairs. Kicker's not great. There's a flush out there.
I thought he was going to find a pass there. I mean, he really cannot afford to go out next.
This way, I mean, they're probably not going broke here. Now, I mean, how this hand's played out, depending on what the turn is. I mean, if a heart comes, it's just going to kill the action. Yeah, I mean, Duhamel's just going to win this pot.
Check.
I mean, the only way you check if you're Duhamel right now is if you can see the cards, right? I mean, a bet is in order, isn't it? A bet is in order.
Check.
I think he's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's.
Check.
I think he's just not getting any more money. That's just the end of the day there.
Check.
This how much is in there? 254. I mean, he's gonna bet small here. Hope to get called. I think he's betting like third pot, maybe 90.
This hand defies convention for me.
Must be nice, have the nuts, come back from one big blind, calm down. He's gonna bet real small.
55,000.
And yet, even though all these plays have been so unorthodox, Jeff, for these are the elite poker players in the world today, and all you can say is they are thinking tactically. Everything is stemming from the tactics of the Premier League right now.
Nice.
You got to show that's of luck.
Scott makes the right decision a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that
really
wasn't
does.
too tough, but
I mean, you're right.
But still,
he just does never. That's how he does so well. He just never gets it wrong, does he?
I didn't think I was losing that hand.
Thank you.
I was wrong.
This is suddenly degenerated into Poker 2003.
When the 3 flush in?
Yeah. I mean,
24.
Yeah, you weren't
this
winning.
is Tony Cousineau versus Johnny Moss.
You weren't winning.
Oh, wow. I'm impressed.
They're one all in.
Okay,
Rast.
Brian Rast has had enough, and his timing
is not superb. This is getting looked up and some. This is a definite reshove. And
You know,
he's live.
Yeah, and you know what, Jeff? I mean, as automatic as this is for Scott, it's risky because
I'm all in.
Wow,
you know what I mean? Like
the sick part is here. Yeah, it's like he has.
If he gets outdrawn
he
here,
has 240. He's down. He's short stack with 240. Rast binks a 10 or an 8.
He's only what 7-4 here. I mean, and Seiver has the bagel in a bag.
Wow, 54-46. There's an ace, king, and a king out.
Is it taking the dead cards into account?
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah,
that's
it's definitely
crazy. The Seiver's dead. Seiver's dead
He's
here.
got to hold a no 10 or 8. Oh, wow.
Can he do it?
He is sweating.
This will be a disaster for him. If he gets outdrawn here.
This is big.
And of course, for Brian Rast, only guaranteed 6 points right now. This is bad as well. Loser of this pot could be out of the Premier League.
Good game, buddy.
And for Brian Rast, taking 6 points through 2 heats, he fought. He really fought Jeff Gross, but he's got his work cut out for him for the next 2 heats.
That was big for Seiver, that's for sure.
And for Brian Rast, he's going to have to really stew in his 6 points because I think he's not playing heats 3 and 4. Everything is going to sort itself out for the final 2 heats for Brian Rast.
This has been brutal long, and in a way I felt like I ran really bad because all throughout the day, I mean, I had a decent stack, and like there were a bunch of short stacks that would almost go out and then chip up, and I was in a tough seat. I couldn't really do that much about it.
Jason Koon will probably consider this heat a success.
Okay.
He's fought his way towards a minimum of 10 points. Not too early to look ahead to heat number 3. Both Dan, Shaq, and Vanessa Selps will be playing there, and they need points desperately.
Call.
I'll tell you, the happiest guy at the table when the limping broke out was a Jungleman because he thought he might be able to play some flops.
Which didn't go great in heat 1 for him, which is, but even though you would think that's what he'd want to do. And wow, here's one big blind with the aces on the button nonetheless.
Duhamel feeling fairly good about this.
Man, this could have been
62,000.
This could have been a huge pot. With he limps though. Koon, nice hand.
So if Koon thinks that Duhamel is trying to isolate here, is this a spot? This could be a spot for a 3-bet shove, I guess. Right? It's no.
Fold.
He's gonna play. So, wow, those are four-handed. Those are 4 real hands, and Seiver just quickly releases the king queen.
Yeah, snap a mucker.
Is he gonna?
Yes. He's gonna set mine with like 10 bigs, a 12 bigs.
I don't care what
you gotta
anyone
love the
says.
jungle
That's
man.
not ideal.
You just have to love the jungle man.
He could easily go broke on this flop now.
I think he has to.
Yeah, if you're gonna call set mine out of position with this size of stack, that's a pretty good flop for you. He does have a spade too. I mean,
I think as Phil Laak would say, this might be considered exploitable if you're not gonna get your money in here.
55,000.
Yeah, this is I'm all in from the jungle. He calls. I mean, I might even hate that. Okay,
Call.
that's just like now. Jungle needs a spade, a low spade.
Who knows?
That's a brick in his mind.
The jungle loves tricky spots, and it's gonna get tricky. Although Duhamel is not beyond checking here and trying to get some money on the river.
No, yeah, I think.
Check.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that he puts him on like a pair though. What is Jungle gonna do now? Jungle probably thinks he has the best hand. $286 in there. He has less than a pot-sized bet, doesn't he? I mean, he's probably just ripping it, hoping that he calls. Oh man. I don't know.
The jungle, listen, he asks for spots like this, Jeff, so he shouldn't be upset when it happens to him. And he's about to be faced with a serious decision. And yeah, beautiful.
They're all in.
He looks at snap folds.
That's hands well.
Thanks. Seiver with a nice hand, John. Just anytime it goes against Jungle, he gives someone a little credit.
He does.
The weirdest hand ever.
How'd that other guy stretch out earlier with his dance moves? That's how we need to start stretching, you know? He's just...
Oh, yeah.
He had like a cig in his mouth, and he's just
He
like...
was showing hard.
Small blind, big blind.
Just spot. It's just like
24, please.
like whatever.
It's the way the game works, man. Don't be mad at the game.
I feel like it's weird because like I go all in and then
All in.
call.
All in.
You didn't. You didn't.
You called, yeah?
Yeah, I have the biggest hand ever.
All in, call.
Nothing.
Oh no, karma is not going to be kind to the Jungleman now.
What did I say?
I think he may have just blocked himself.
You played well. Good game.
Good game, Dan.
He said good game. Seiver with the...
Sick.
Jack.
He wants it. He would, not because he needs the pot, Seiver, but he would just love
What are
just
you doing?
putting
You
this
don't have
kind
to
of
do that.
beat on the jungle.
King
It
of
was
hearts.
a 21 stack. I was making it sure it was 20.
Okay. Ooh, chop it up. 2 pair jacks and 6s.
Yup. Push your chips and steak encounter.
I have the biggest hand ever. That's what the Jungleman said. Welcome back to Series 7 in the Premier League. This is Heat 2. We are down to 4. Jonathan Duhamel is leading the way. Joining me in the booth, Jeff Gross.
Call.
Wow, the limp is in this group. For whatever reason, they're doing the limps.
Well, it certainly has taken everybody out of their comfort zone. Everyone except for Scott Seiver, anyway. The Jungleman thinks he likes the limps, but
72.
what to do?
72,000.
I like this phrase. This might get this might be shipped from Seiver.
Fold.
Could be a fast all in too.
Just snap muck.
Snap muck.
This is mine, right?
Yep.
He knows what he's about, Scott Seiver.
Wow.
He just knows what he's about.
Got the jungle figured out.
What's your name?
24.
Vanessa. This is Jungle. Jungle Vanessa.
This is Jungle.
Jungle's gonna
Love
say
it. Love it. Love it. Don't apologize.
Wait. This is Jungle.
Jungle, it's on you.
They got Jungle turned around out there.
You see that? This is what happens when you don't tip. You see, they take the chair away from you. That's
He doesn't
what
know what's
happens.
going on. He has no chair.
Fold.
That's what happens.
This is good.
Now let this be a lesson to all of you.
Jungle. This is only Jungle.
All in.
Thanks. Thank you. Wow, well, that's a slow roll. Huh? Joking. Okay.
What?
Let's raise the 1Ks.
And they will be 15 and 30,000 now, Jeff. I think the key thing really is that Scott Seiver, it's really important that he kind of wiggles up probably one more place at least.
Yep, he's got just under 20 blinds. Duhamel's got 32 as chip leader, and Jason is going to be all in soon with 13 blinds.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Koon will feel pretty similar that he wants to wiggle one more spot up. And, like, both those guys will think that when it comes to sort of, you know, not many big blind tournament play, that they're way better than Daniel Cates in this regard, and that they should be able to outlast him here. No more limping, says the Jungle.
Fold. Fold.
Jungle.
And maybe he does have a little bit of a tournament game.
With a shot, and Koon's pretty short, though.
Right.
Jungle ante also. You forget every
Right, and
hand.
even though Duhamel's got sort of the chip lead, he does not have half the chips in play. So
yeah, he's just got over a third. I mean, it's anyone's game.
Fold.
I'm all in.
C2 raise all in.
480.
I'm all in.
Yep. This is going in. This is a huge spot for Seiver.
Right.
Absolutely huge for him either to have 7 points or be in command of be chip leader here. And K2 really doesn't have as much pressure. He has 9 points, locked up for 16 minimum, getting out of here.
Both these guys trying to moan it in.
Wow, good flop for Seiver. No board pair. Pretty
I do
pure.
like that. I like when he says, uh-oh.
Probably a 3 on the turn. That'll make it a little interesting. Jack or
here.
king or 3. Yep. There's the 3.
That's gracious.
2 pairs better than 1. I'm happy.
No, I don't know. Feels like a pink card. I don't know if it's a queen or a jack, but. Oh, nice fade.
2, 3, 4.
Big spot for Scott Seiver.
Huge.
I think you're going to actually have a little.
Pretty close.
And Jungleman thought he was out. I'll tell you what, one big blind is plenty in this game.
You gotta think positive, man. It's far from over. You gotta believe in yourself.
It's far from over. Oh, I believe.
All right, as long as you believe.
I got like a little less than 3 big blinds.
Oh, geez, you got plenty, man. You got plenty.
I got room.
Oh yeah.
This is where I play.
Take it on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Seiver feeling good about powering forward from here. And for Koon, obviously not a terrible result either. If he can get this down to 3, one step closer.
How did Scott end up last year? I remember he was the first one out in Heat 1 of last year. I remember watching that.
Yeah, he did not make the final table last year. Okay. And obviously disappointing for him as defending champion. Well, the defending champions have not fared well in the Premier League.
This is what I get for not studying the ICM charts.
That's honest, brutal honesty.
That was actually that was high comedy, really.
I think it's not right.
I'm all in.
Seat 5 raise all in.
Oh, 2 points difference?
7, 9, 11,
Wow.
14.
Yeah, I call.
Wow. Seat 8 call.
I have to. 2 point jump. You probably got 2 unders. Oh.
Actually, that's
See
the top of my range over there.
Wow, and Jason Koon, he's right. He has to take the shot here.
Yeah, you are.
This could be.
There we go.
This is his chance to get 14
like 4
points. Here.
over 4.
No decision.
Yeah, you're like so stoked with me all in here. I'm like 50-50.
20% shot.
Feel good about this one, though.
The most outrageous things have happened when I have no money at all.
That's going to be a tough one to come back from.
6-6 jump.
Don't throw that at me. Put your evil on me. No, I got the jacks. I was like, don't put your evil on me.
Jason's pretty happy.
355, 4.
You might be at risk too, Mr. Duhamel.
Yeah.
435.
Let's put a 6 card.
So for Jason Koon,
435.
he is now in with a chance for the 14 points. And the double for Koon, the double for Seiver. If they end up heads up, it's going to be a great result for both.
435.
Oh, wow. Oh, because you said please, all right.
Back from the ashes, really. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it, Jeff, coming into one of these heats knowing you need to score points and then actually grind your way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Seat 8 call.
Jungle. Now he's going to be all in.
There may be some wrinkles in his tournament game, but he is certainly having more fun than anyone else in this Premier League so far.
I don't agree with that. I think Phil Laak with the goggles and everything, I think he's had the most fun.
That's true. But Phil always has fun.
Wow.
Sorry?
Got a real hand.
Could be end of the road for the Jungleman.
Not exactly.
What now?
I mean, I could hit a jack, you know? It's an option. I can backdoor some hearts.
No.
It's not looking good.
65.
No.
Scrape him off the wall.
Yes.
Jungleman doubles up and then some.
I gotta focus on my strong points. Winning the non-showdown pots isn't one of them. Clearly, I should just go all in. I never really lose those.
Yeah, we're opposite players. You're good at all-ins. I'm good at, small ball maneuvering.
I thought I was good at that. So far, it's like
then you got up against, you have me on the right and Duhamel on the left. Two of the best at
Seat
that.
5 raise all in.
I thought I was the beast at the small ball.
Koon
Call.
snap
All
mucking
in
the
call.
king 10 suited.
What? That's sick. Look at how sick this is.
King 10 of clubs. So pretty.
I still have hope though.
You gotta keep hope, man. Can't let hope go.
From Mr. One Big Blind himself. Uh-oh.
Look at those chop outs.
I still got hope. I'm holding on.
9 would be a good card here for the jungle.
Here.
5 would be better.
Still holding
2 will
on.
work.
Yeah, run around a 3-4.
Oh.
Is that a 5?
Good game, brother.
Yeah. Alright, good game.
Game jungle.
Very respectable 16 through 2, so.
Can't believe it.
Well, he's the clubhouse leader right now, is the Jungleman. 16 points through 2. Of course, a lot of people rather have your position, Jeff. 14 with 1 in hand. Scott Seiver and Jason Koon, 2 of the first 3 out in heat number 1, right now leading heat number 2. When we started this heat, the room was just filling up. They've all been here, played a tournament, and gone. And the Premier League still carries on. So somewhere between open shoving
Seat 5 raise, all in.
and trying to induce. I guess he's getting called.
There we go.
And Duhamel won't be upset about this.
Pretty fair fight.
Look, Jay.
Good luck, Braja.
Slightly bigger spot for Jason Koon than it is for Duhamel. And a great flop for Jason.
5 of clubs for fun.
All right, I'll take it.
Just the ace and the jack.
All right, look, boys.
All right, brother.
Perfect blank. And for Jonathan Duhamel, Jeff, I mean, back from nothing.
Break 2 minutes?
Yeah. Can we just
3
take like a
points, and he'll
90-second
take
break?
9. And for Jason
That's
Koon and
why I
Scott
splashed some water on my
Seiver,
face. And
You all right with that?
been a
Okay.
successful
Yeah.
day. They'll
War,
play
yeah.
heads up for the 14 points.
That's good.
And it's 9 points for Jonathan, which, considering you were down to 1 big blind at some point here, that's a pretty good result, right?
Oh yeah, definitely happy about it. With 6 players left, was down to 1 big blind. So for sure at that point was not expecting to make 9 points. So definitely it's been a long day, but we'll take it.
We're heads up here at the Party Poker Premier League.
So sick. Best hand wins.
Find out who gets all the chips after the break.
This could lead to something.
One thing right a day. Try to practice on that.
Nice to know I'm an idiot.
Tricky, you're the only other contender. Boom. Yeah.
No more cuddling for you, mister.
If you want to have war with me, we can bring it on. Hang on to that cab just a minute. I got to listen to this and take it all the time.
All right, back in business.
It's impossible for you to be as dumb as you're acting. You're an idiot.
Come on, you sucker. You never fold. Bark, 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 bark.
If you can punch me one time, would you accept?
Yes.
Oh, how do I do it? It's not over. Don't tee. What a Premier League. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
No,
Heads
slow it
up for the
down.
14 points.
some
But for
pokes.
Jason Koon and Scott Seiver, you can see they're sitting back there. Scott's feeling like a lot of his work is already done. And Jeff, I think there's probably going to be a consensus that among most of the Premier League, this has not been a great result for the players who are in their fight. And they would have liked to see guys like Scott Seiver and Jason Koon repeat with bagels and 1 points, because it would have nearly put them out of the Premier League. They're going to be, both of them, well in this as they go to the 2 more heats.
Yep. No, definitely. It's gonna even things out.
Check.
Dealers, after this hand, 4 more hands.
See, they bet 70,000.
Après ce principe, les 4 dernières mains de la journée.
Just trying to keep himself unpredictable.
Yeah, Scott says it's hard to make a pair. I'm gonna call. That is the action card in the deck.
It really is. It really
Scott's gonna check. Jason may take a free one here.
He needs to find a check.
I think he is. Pretty sure.
Although, I mean, it looks like a good card for barreling again, or
See, they bet 150.
in his mind anyway.
Well, I'm a little surprised about that, but I guess he has his reasons. gonna get cut. It's got to cooperate and just call.
And Seiver's calling there. Why? Because he thinks that it's likely that Koon's just drawing dead. And that he
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really put him on the back on the spades, most likely. And either way, I mean, his hand's just so big. Yeah, and he actually got unlucky there that Jason hit a pair in the river, because if he doesn't, he may shell one. But then he thinks he has showdown value against 10-jack and other hands that might have missed. So he actually got a little unlucky with the run out, but a spade would have been worse, obviously, to not win the hand.
What's up?
Last hand on this level.
They still go up every 21 hands?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
21 hands a level. You even heads up. You just cannot hang around.
Yep.
Jason Koon says, now that we've been playing for 10 hours, now let's sit down and actually play.
Now that they've flipped roles here, so Seiver's got the slight lead.
Call.
I mean, obviously, Jason Koon's won a lot of money in poker, online results, and he's had some tournament results as well. But Seiver is definitely the guy who's
120.
got the history of being the closer over the last couple of years. He's won a ton of tournaments live.
Call.
Interesting. Seiver raises his limp there. Jason definitely has a pretty good hand. Heads up. Not going to fold.
They both missed. Got to fire the C-bet in here.
Yep.
80.
Out of position C-bet. And you know, as Jason Koon asked before, he said,
Call.
still just 21 hands. Sort of this idea that Jason, that if he thinks that it's a spot, he really has to go for it. He's not going to let anything get by. And that's just a huge card. But he might not have been done with a hand had he missed anyway.
Yeah.
He might have had a plan to make a move. I mean, his hand is good enough now, Koon, that he can really just call, right? No reason to do anything else. Let Seiver try and hang himself.
Discount?
100. Sorry.
180?
180.
Or is it in the back of his mind that he might actually be beat? Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not.
180 call.
It's hard to make a pair.
It is hard to make a pair.
760,000 in the pot, and Seiver's actually drawing dead. What card does he want to see?
Not that. He thinks he might be beating stuff now.
Check.
I wonder what card was he prepared to barrel the river on? Maybe an ace?
This is a hand gone wrong for sure. This is never fun when your head's up and you have this kind of hand. I mean, he's actually thinking he beats ace high now. He beats threes, but he beats a couple hands like where all of a sudden he didn't beat anything.
300,000.
I love this greedy punishment.
Fold.
There we go.
He's just over it.
That has switched the chip lead and reversed roles. Jason Koon now with about a 3-2 chip advantage. 1.4 to 1.
Yep, they're flip-flopping.
80,000. Call.
Of course, for Jason Koon, how huge would it be if he wins here? He'll be the clubhouse leader in the league, 17 points through 2, if he can grab the 14 here. And it doesn't feel
80,000.
like this is going to be a marathon heads up. Both these guys fairly aggressive.
Yeah, they are, but they also like to see
80,000
flops,
call.
and if they start limping buttons and some, who knows?
2.4 million in play, so 80 big blinds effectively, 40 big blind average.
Wow.
And yet,
look at this run out.
Oh, dude.
Scott was onto it on the turn. He snapped check behind though. I mean, almost. This isn't going all in. I mean, Jason actually should probably make a pretty big bet here. Hope he has a king. Hope he looks like he missed 7-8 or 3-4. Whatever he bets, I think Scott's just gonna quickly call. That'll be it.
So it's just a question of how greedy he gets.
I think he should. Oh, he's going big. I love this. I mean, it's like if you have a king, he's like just
500,000.
screws.
Wow! He's bet pot and a half. He bet pot and a half.
This is a great bet, and if Scott folds, I'd be very impressed, and I just don't see that happening.
And he's picked the perfect time for it too, hasn't he? This is pretty psychic.
Scott, this is great. This is really strong all around. Scott might find a fold. He wants to. It's just like to be wrong here. If he folds, and it was for the win. It'll probably hurt a little more than calling. Because if you calling wrong, it's like kind of a setup, or it feels more of a setup. If you fold and you see your bluff later, that hurts, right? So it's tough.
There's also they're going to play each
other.
other a couple more times. I think in this Premier League, there is a big psychological thing too.
It's just great.
Koon was thinking, don't. He was going to call 300. He's good, Scott Seiver. He's very, very good.
That hurts. That hurts for Jason there. He probably knows it. I mean,
he almost got it. He almost got the call.
I didn't know that people could talk that way. There's no fear these days. There's no fear these days.
What are you going to do? You're going to love, you know?
It's true.
It feels like, this club, obviously, it fills up more than a club in like L.A. or New York or
800 now, right?
Yeah.
Atlantic City. And I mean, they come from all over. It just feels like a higher percentage of people in Canada play poker than anywhere else. I mean, you stick a club like this in the middle of London, you can't fill it.
Yeah.
Check.
They just love their poker here.
Check. Check. $40,000.
I am not a fan of the limping on the button, but I will say that being a guy, when someone limps against you, especially when they have you covered, it is frustrating a little because like it kind of limits you to raise
100
pre, and if it's a little awkward, but I just don't think it's right. But I mean, I don't know. I've seen more people doing it, and I think like yesterday Dan did it a few times against me. I don't know. I don't like doing it, but I think it's a little tricky.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was sort of Gus Hansen when he won, I think, the WSOPE bracelet in the heads up, and he limped every single button in every match up 7.
40 more.
And it had never really been done before. And after that, it seemed like people started doing it more.
This is going to get in now, but if it had been reversed and had been some limping, it probably still gets in. I mean, these are as big as it gets heads up.
And this is where that 300,000, 500,000 bet is going to come back to bite Jason, because double up by Seiver here is going to be very expensive for Koon.
This is actually, Scott's trying to think, do I call or do I ship it? Or what can I do? He's just going to call.
Oh, right.
Which, I guess, I mean, in his mind, he's going to scare him off, other than if he knew how big his hand is, he'd get in. But he doesn't want to lose me if he does have like the 10-6 off or the Jack-4 or something that Jason's done. So Jason, it's going to send up some signals that he flats, but at the same time, he still probably thinks he has the best handle at, right? I mean,
yeah, Ace-Jack is huge even here.
It's a good flop.
All in.
Wow, snap all in. I don't know.
Call.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
That's could have just done it the easy way.
Yeah, right. This is a very fancy way of getting this in.
All in, call.
Still got the 3 aces, does Koon.
I wanted to get away from an ace.
Big pot for Scott Seiver.
Nice hand.
Thanks.
6 of hearts.
And
almost
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
if Seiver wins this heads up, it'll feel like he's won it because he's played slightly better. That lay down on the river, it's going to come
lay down
huge.
is impressive. I mean, it's a pretty, I don't know.
That was cooler, I guess, yeah.
It's pretty, I've been impressed. He's made the right decision.
Yeah, and I mean, as you said, when you're up against, was it 14 bigs?
It's quite a flop. Why not to limp?
50,000. Call.
4 really opens this heads up again.
Oh, does he have? Just the king of spades.
$110 full. 120.
120, buddy.
Yeah, 120.
Scott got away from that. Neither of these guys gives up much. I mean, they play almost like it was cards up.
we got that about the first ball time.
Almost like it was cards up.
Last hand, Jason.
Last hand, and then we're 30-60?
I guess. Maybe 25-50, I honestly don't know.
That'd be great. Oh, actually, I have the structure
You have a
sheet.
I think it is 30-60 after this.
30-60. That's the last level they have on the structure sheet.
Nice.
Can't be the last. We played 40-80.
Yeah, it does go to 40-80.
They just never seen it.
It's like the number
Call.
11.
Check. Check.
All right, guys, your players, our next lucky winner is coming from table number
40.
6.
Call 40.
He's amazing, Scott Seiver. I mean, I'll tell you what, he's just got a great feel for when a lonely high card is good. Or maybe he's just stubborn. He's just very stubborn.
Fold.
He's what they call sticky, isn't he, Jeff? I mean, Scott, he just doesn't let
How much you have
anybody
on
win a
Exact
pot easily,
coming at you,
especially
buddy.
not heads up.
Thank you.
There's 6,
got it in
7, 10.
Okay.
Probably's got a. They're about even. Or actually, they'd have a nice chip lead if he doubles 1.4 to a million. Would be. Scott definitely does not want to double him up. He's doing his best to play small pots.
It's just really hard to earn more than one free shot. That's about all you can get with a lot of hard work.
C8 check, C2 check.
Does seem like one of those spots where a lot of people would have raised pre-flop there with Scott's hand. He's gone for the limp. Managed to catch up and pass him by the turn.
Bet 70,000.
And
He got just what he wanted here.
Yeah.
This is
perfect spot, right?
very nice
Call.
spot. Got him 5 outs, 1 card. Come. Jason could definitely think he has the best hand.
And I guess right now the difference between Koon and Seiver is Seiver's probably going to try and he's going to bet here, is he?
He's just going to call.
It's a funny little bet. Is that more of a
120 to call? Call.
Is it more of a blocking bet?
Yeah, he's just calling there.
He certainly knows that Seiver could have a king.
I mean, he's right. There's diamonds out there, 5-7, whatever. Seiver's just always calling.
It's going to take Koon down low. Obviously, been a lot of rough rivers and good fortunes to get to this point, but both these guys have.
C2 call.
That was a perfect scenario. He got a big hand, he shipped it. No, can't limp. Just easy.
460.
Seiver has ace, has to call.
Yep.
Great spot for Jason. Still only 70-30.
Yeah, but only less than half the chips in play in the center, so he'll still have plenty of work if he makes these 10s hold.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's an interesting card.
It's a queen river. Don't worry.
I'll take the queen.
Yeah, it's the queen of spades.
And I feel like both these players are going to be a threat in the Premier League. Tactically,
Yep.
they seem to be well suited, and obviously they've both got the
460.
game. It's going to be very competitive to make getting this final 6 at the final table. Also quite tough. I mean, Seiver wins here. He's going to be in decent shape, but not nearly nailed on. Not even for the playoffs. And that's tough because obviously in past seasons, just a win.
See, I don't like the limp period now at the stack size because like you're giving all these garbage hands. Like
check.
That just Koon's not going to re-raise you likely here. That's an action card.
C8 bet 70,000.
Right, like you're not limpy. He's not just going to pile in.
C2 call.
Right.
I just
it was certainly an option, though.
Yeah, not.
C8 check, C2 check.
Jason snaps with the 10 high checks. That's
Ooh, so pretty.
Strange.
Back to the drawing board for Scott Seiver, just picking up where he left off. He took Jason Koon down to the nubbins. Koon doubled up, and now on the horse again.
All in.
Call.
All in call.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
And Koon, who's...
Man, Koon's up to 900?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's going to be in great shape if this holds. And probably in the back of his mind,
Needed,
Jeff,
it's 9-10.
the idea that he's lost a few pair under pair spots already.
This would be close with that deuce. He'd have legitimate complaint to not.
That's like both of our wheelhouses.
Another 4-1. Wow, they're just dancing. I mean, just
blocking your street. Well, if we both take 3-5, we just have open enders.
Oh,
so sick. 9-10.
9.
And
heads up changes so quickly. It really does. I mean, now it's just 1.8 to 580. They literally reverse rolls and hand and a half. I mean, chip up a little and double.
Time to seal the deal. That's what Jason Koon's thinking to himself now. You've climbed the mountain.
All in, full.
I like that.
He's not going to let Scott Seiver breathe now. Do not let him breathe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like his huge hands. He's going to limp or min raise, and then those kind of hands, he's just going to push it in there. And if Scott happens to have an ace, whatever, he's still. It's kind of what I did yesterday. I had him covered. I had 7-8 off, and I just shipped it.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. If he has an ace or something big, still plays fine.
All in.
All in, call.
Yeah.
All in, call.
Computer
Snap
hand.
shove, snap call, and Koon's got the domination for the win.
Yep, computer hand or better. Queen 7, heads up, supposed to be the middle hand, and Seiver probably knows that exactly and has the Queen 8. Puts it in.
Oh my!
That one hurts. Like this is Jason's gonna hold a
that
a
was
good
his
face here,
chance.
but this is annoying.
Yeah, that was his chance. Those were his 3 points.
Oh, and there we go.
That's fun. Queen of spades. Give it to him. I'm not done yet.
Best hand wins. It's fine. Tired anyways. Tired anyways.
You know what?
Good games, buddy.
Smiles because a lot of respect between these two.
yeah.
Not only that, but they
There's a lot more in
both
here.
played very, very well under immense
I have them
pressure.
covered.
And these guys are going to be figuring in the final.
A top 2 spot gives Scott 11 points now going forward, and you needed these points more than anyone. So it seemed to me like you were grinding it out. It never really got to you, the pressure of the fact that you started with a bagel.
Can't let the pressure get to you. Just tried to play my game. I think I played well. It was a really fun table. Just all the guys in the Premier League are great guys, and it's just fun to play with everyone.
Jason goes forward now with 17 points. You are not just back on the board, you're back on the board with a vengeance. You must be feeling really good about this.
Yeah, I feel really good. It's kind of funny, the story I gave you yesterday was I was really happy with my play and I got 6th. And today I felt like I played pretty good, but could have played some spots better and ended up winning. So tournaments are kind of silly sometimes.
Here are the league standings after 2 heats. Jason Koon leading the way from Jungleman and Jeff Gross, whilst tied for 4th are Dan Coleman and Scott Seiver. The 2 Canadians on home soil here in Montreal, sitting pretty in the middle of the pack. Whilst in the bottom 4, it's Phil Laak in the most trouble with just 3 points. But after just 2 heats, nobody is out of it yet. Scott Seiver and Jason Koon, happy campers. And Jeff, they showed a lot of character coming through.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, they had their backs to the wall, and going 1-2 is huge. And it really compresses the middle now. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, speaking at the bottom of that heat, I mean, Vanessa Selp, Dan Shack out 1-2, and they're coming back in heat number 3. They can look at Koon and Seiver as role models.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get that big result. So, I mean, I don't see a Vanessa just sitting quiet. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be really interesting to see.
Another action-packed heat here at the Playground Poker Club in Montreal. Jason Koon takes down heat number 2, but who will be victorious in heat 3? Join us next time when the Party Poker Premier League Season 7 continues.
I love the banter so much.
This is like ridiculous. Sort of a protection blocker.
I gotta be ready to hug you.
I'll get you a beer if you fall.
Nicely done, Jeff. Nicely done.
This is not normal poker. This is like fun style points like this and that.